Right. What's up, everybody? You know who I am. Games Matter at your service. The Handley Worker, whatever you want to call me. I've been called worse. I'm here today to do a quick podcast. Now, I took the day off yesterday. For those of you that are wondering, on the Mixer channel. Let me get this shit going here. There we go. For those of you yesterday that wondering why I didn't stream yesterday, I took the day off for one simple reason. Because, as you can see in the top left-hand corner, see at the top, this top left-hand corner here is called Family of Gamers. As you all know, I'm a member of the Family of Gamers crew, the stream crew, and a proud member too. Starting Friday night, 10 o'clock my time, Baby Go Reborn and Green Eye did their own with the help of Paula and Simply Corey. They did their own 24-hour live stream, co-stream, whatever you want to call it. They did their own co-stream. 24 hours straight co-stream. And I decided to help them out as best I could. I literally said today in Wolf's stream today, because I've got one of my other FOG members, okay? One of my other FOG members right now, I've literally got her tab up right now. Her and her husband, mainly her, are doing, I don't know if it's both of them actually, I think it's both of them to be honest. I think it's a co-stream thing. But they both literally are doing a 24-hour co-stream themselves. They're both doing a 24-hour co-stream themselves, just like yesterday. Just like what Reborn and Green Eye did as well. So I've literally got theirs up right now. And once I'm done with this, I'm going to give them a last push because I think they're coming close. Wolf's coming close to the end anyway because holy moly. And I literally said yesterday, I don't know what's worse, doing a 24-hour live stream or sitting there watching it. Because I struggled yesterday watching Green Eye and Reborn. I stayed to the end. I had to rest my eyes a little bit as well. But we eventually got there in the end. We got there at the beginning and everything. We eventually got there. But it was a bloody struggle. I thought the struggle was with fucking Paula. Because Paula did a 12-hour one, which I stayed from start to finish. Alright, I was in and out doing my own usual stuff and everything like that. But I stayed with him. That was a fucking struggle yesterday, I'm not going to lie. But we did it. They did it. Green Eye cried at the end. And I don't blame him because it was probably one of the fucking hardest things he's ever done in his life. Staying up for 24 hours doing that. I think it was a struggle. I mean, it's a struggle to watch two 24-hour live streams in one go, to be honest with you. That was a struggle in itself. I don't know. They've done Call of Duty. It's been mostly Call of Duty Warzone they've done. But it's they did Paladins as well. But yeah, I've got them up here, so if I get a little distracted, I need to type in there as well. I think, to be honest with you, I think she's on the verge of tapping out. If I'm seeing him, I think her husband's there for moral support, but I think she's on the verge of fucking tapping out. So when I'm done with this, I need to go back in there. So, this is a wrestling podcast. Wrestling Matters podcast. The part-time version of the Wrestling Matters podcast. Yours truly is the host. And I just thought I'd do a podcast today, this week. Since I was off yesterday, doing all that. I thought I'll come on today and do a little podcast for you guys. Record it and put it up on the Wrestling Matters YouTube channel. Because a lot has happened in the world of professional wrestling, despite this corona shit. It is getting on beyond. It is really getting beyond the fucking joke now. Yeah, corona OP, even more this week, because this past Wednesday was pretty much Black Wednesday in the world of professional wrestling, because there were some firings due to the coronavirus. Now, firings, maybe not 100%, maybe. Maybe firings, just hoping they can get their jobs back and everything, because it was like a prelude kind of thing. I mean, with me, I got prelude out my job, but they paid me towards the end of my shift. We only had about 4 or 5 matches left anyway. They paid me towards the end of that, and then we had to go on our ways. But there could be a reboot in June. I don't know what the score is with this whole thing, but 40%, and that has gone up, by the way, 40% has gone up in the last couple of days or so. 40% of WWE roster has pretty much hit the shit. It's pretty much went, quite frankly. There's a lot of their talent, a lot of the talent, and it's not just 40% of the roster. I'm not talking 40% of the roster. I'm talking, bloody hell. Kitty, the leader of the Pussy Posse. Thank you for that, auto host. I'll just throw a quick shout out in there for her as well. But yeah, when I'm talking 40% of the roster, ladies and gents, I'm talking backstage crew, the roster itself, referees, and people like that. Now, I have a list that I'm going to bring up and I'm going to read of who's been fired, who's been on this list. It's all due to the corona. Like I say, corona OP. It's all due to corona. One big, huge clusterfuck is what it is. But I'm going to read with my notepad, my trusty notepad. Instead of just reading it down here, I'm going to just put it up here. I'm going to read and give my opinions, whether they are good or bad. Because let me tell you this. Some of it's shocking to me. Now, I've got the list here. Apparently, last night, I believe it was last night, it was announced that Cassius Ohno had been removed. So pretty much Chris Hero's back on the indie circuit again. But this is what the list was here. The list due to the coronavirus. Quite some shocking. But it's, like I say, it's referees, producers, office people, whatever. Andrea Lissenberger. I believe she was a backstage reporter on NXT, if I'm not mistaken. An NXT backstage reporter. I never saw her, so don't bother me. Alexander Jaksic. No idea who that is. Probably NXT. Because there was a few NXT people that got, bye-bye. Donna Perzo, the woman who was a jobber who jobbed out pretty much to Nia Jax. And a lot of people, and I'm not kidding you guys, a lot of people weren't happy with that. Because they reckon she's good, and WWE's got her jobbing out to freaking Nia Jax. Shadow Bouncer, thank you for the auto host. A lot of people have got her pretty much jobbing out to fucking Nia Jax. But a lot of people reckon she is good. And I don't doubt that. The big one, I think the main event of this whole thing that is left, and Lana's not particularly pleased about it if I'm reading it right. Rusev is gone. Rusev has gone. And quite frankly, that has been on the cards for months, dare I say years. But he's finally got his wish, and maybe he can go to AEW now and maybe get utilized. He wasn't doing it very well or doing it very much in WWE. I mean, they had him doing this friggin' Lashley angle, and that was it. You know, I think the big payoff they wanted to do was put Bobby Lashley and Rusev at WrestleMania. But it was a fail. Because it never happened. The other ones were No Way Jose. Talk about a jobber. Poor Zack Ryder, and even Kurt Hawkins as well was in that as well. So the proverbial edgeheads are now no longer in the company. Zack Ryder took it well. He just said, thanks for everything and all that. I don't know about Kurt Hawkins. Kurt Hawkins couldn't even win a fucking match. I think the only match he ended up winning was one of the tag belts with Zack Ryder, but that's another issue for another day. A wrestler who was asking for it, who was asking for their release, but then came back and then it was back and forth. Maria and Mike Kanellis are out, so that's them gone. Primo and Epico have gone, which is a shame, actually. Absolutely, in a way, a shame. Mike Chioda, referee, one of their top longest-serving referees. He's been removed. He's been there since 1989, for Pete's sake, or 86. Late 80s he's been there. And he's had to be removed. I remember him used to do the rings as well, build the rings up and everything. And he's their he was one of their longest-serving referees. But no longer with the company. Lance Storm, Shane Helms, Sarah Stock, Sean Devari, Scott Armstrong, brother of Road Dogg, Fit Finlay, Pat Bock, Mike Rotunda, Aiden English. That's a bit of a bummer. Mind you, he was on SmackDown at one point and then they removed him to 205, so neither here or there. Like I said, Billy Kidman, Kurt Angle, retired, ended up being a producer, but he's no longer producing now. You'll probably end up going to AEW. EC3, Leo Rush, Heath Slater. Fucking hell. I hope most of these come back. And by the way, I forgot to mention Sarah Logan was out as well. And if I'm honest, I think I'm guessing that I'm pretty much guessing, if I'm honest, that the angle they did on Raw with her when she pretty much got her arm broke by Shayna Baszler, I think that was her way of getting written out. But I don't know. Like I say, we didn't know if that was going to be the last, or we don't know if that was going to be the last time we would have saw it. But that was the last time we saw Sarah Logan getting her arm broken. And I'd love to know what Rowe thinks of that from the Viking Raiders, because that's his wife. Who else? I wrote Eric Rowan. Fucking hell. So much for the Wyatt family reunion. Or the rumoured Wyatt family reunion. He's out. I'll doubt he'll go to AEW, and if he does go to AEW, I'll doubt he'll do anything with Luke Harper, because I think Luke did a podcast. I think Luke did Jericho's podcast, and he had some harsh words for Eric as well. Pretty harsh words. EC3, that poor bastard. Fucking hell's bells. This guy, pretty much world champion in Impact Wrestling. He came in before his Derek Bateman. They didn't have a clue what to do with him. Didn't have a clue. So, like I say, he left and went to TNA, Impact Wrestling, became EC3, brought in as the nephew of Dixie Carter, and ended up being the champion. Ended up being the world champion. And he ended up doing things and doing stuff his way. But fuck me. He didn't get utilised once. I think the only time he was ever utilised was when they fucking put he put him in the match with Dean Ambrose. And that went to shit. Bloody hell. Leo Rush. Now, for the one of 4 main events. We had Rusev earlier on. Undead, thanks for the host. They had Rusev earlier on, but now for the 2 main event, the 2 headline ones for this, because Jesus Christ. Gallows and Anderson, which was and I'm not kidding you guys, this was a shame for me. I really was ashamed, because these 2 were in the main event of WrestleMania, pretty much a part of day 1's WrestleMania main event in the Boneyard fight. I don't know, man. Will these go back to Japan now? Or will they just hang about and hoping the WWE can pick them back up again once this whole thing dies down? I hope they stick around and just wait for WWE. Just see what WWE says. Because like I said, it's a prelude, so obviously I'm hoping there's an opportunity for them to go back. Because at the end of the day, the firings is nobody's fault. It's Corona, pretty much. This is all Corona happening. And to see all this, man, I mean, even one on there as well, Rockstar Spud, Drake Maverick. Talk about a poor bastard. This guy goes on YouTube. This guy goes on Twitter. There's a Twitter video of him just pretty much bawling out about his job and losing his job, and rightly so. It's crazy. Corona's just fucking everything up. I mean, we've got a 3-week extension over here in the UK. Fuck knows what's going on in the other parts of the world. But I know we've got a 3-week extension, so it's coming close to the end of the lockdown. What happens after that happens after that. I don't know. But Jesus Christ, this guy. His video was tough to watch. Because he's pretty much balling out. I mean, it was his dream. And he was living the dream. And because of Corona, it's been taken away. From what I saw in the video, they're allowing him to compete in the NXT interim tournament, the interim cruiserweight title tournament, as well. To be honest with you, they should do that with all the belts. You know, make it like the UFC. The UFC could do it with the fucking belts. Why can't the WWE? You know, instead of stripping somebody off that belt because he's stuck in the other side of the world of Corona and everything, like Jordan Devlin is, they should make like interim titles. I mean, I think they were going to do it with the NXT tag belts as well, because, well, last time I checked, the NXT tag team champions are Matt Riddle and Pete Dunne, but Pete's stuck on the other side of the world from what I last heard. But yeah, it's crazy. I mean, unlike this fucking numbnuts on Facebook, you know, I watched the video saying that he was allowed to compete. They allowed him to compete in the interim cruiserweight tournament. I mean, so pretty much them 3 matches, manages he gets to the final. Them matches could be his last matches, Drake Maverick's last matches in the company. I mean, it's his opportunity to prove himself and show why he should stay, but whether it'll happen or not, I don't know. I'm kind of rooting for him to win that interim tournament. Unlike this fucking numbnuts on Facebook, and you know who you are. How could he compete? He's not in the company anymore. Watch the video, jackass. Jesus Christ. I'm getting into a stupid, moronic debate over this clown on Facebook. And you are a clown. A fucking idiot. Because you obviously clearly, before you replied to me, you obviously clearly didn't watch the video about him being allowed to compete in the interim tournament. Then he comes back to me and says, oh, how can he win? He doesn't mean to say he's going to win and everything. I never said he was going to win. I just said I wanted him to win. I'm kind of rooting for him so he stays in the damn company. You know, people don't fucking listen. People don't read and take the time to read things and sort things out before they fucking jump to conclusions like he did. Fucking numbnuts. Man, I wasn't going to waste my time and get into a fucking debate with him. Jesus Christ. That's why I can't stand fucking wrestling fans like that, man. I really cannot stand wrestling fans. That's why I've probably trimmed half of the fucking wrestling groups that I was in on Facebook, because you've got moron fans who either A, hate on the wrestlers for no reason, or without giving a reason, B, hate on the fucking wrestling companies without giving a reason, and C, come up with these stupid fucking posts and stuff like that, man. You know, like I've said many times on there, it's a good thing I know where the fucking exit door is. Man, it's like, Jesus fucking Christ. Man, it's like, Jesus Christ.
appreciate you all. I love
Wow.
you all very, very much.
That's a shame.
I'm out of here.
But
Love you too.
well done.
Baby girl, you're better than me.
Hang on a second, guys. Well done.
I appreciate you all so much. Thank you so much, guys. I'm out of here. I'll see you all in 48 hours. Bye, guys.
That's a shame. Sorry, guys. I just had to think it. Show support for the thing. I'll deal with that after this. But yeah, going back to what I was saying, you got these. This is why I don't want to be around moronic wrestling fans, man. And that's why I've trimmed half of them, because I can't be around stupid, fucking, ignorant, dumb fucks. That's what they are. Just ignorant, stupid, fucking dumb fucks. You know, absolute, complete morons. That's what they are. Period. Complete fucking morons. And I can't put up with that. I want to be around. That's why I do this, and that's why I talk to real, intelligent wrestling fans, man. Because being around these clowns, man. You know, I mean, you get these ones on here that put these posts up in the fucking sites, man, and go, Becky Lynch is overrated. You know? Telling me that somebody else, Stone Cold was overrated or some shit, some dumb shit like that. And it's like, where's the fucking exit door? I'm done, dude. Fucking hell. But that's the kind of bullshit I can't take. You know? I mean, if you're going to debate with somebody on Facebook or get into a debate with them, at least know the fucking facts before you do it. That's all I say. Otherwise, you're going to get blocked, otherwise, you're going to get kicked off the fucking server. It's just ridiculous, man. So much bullshit. But anyway, I hope Drake Maverick wins. Will he win? Probably not. But if he doesn't win, I hope he makes an impact, and a big impact, to convince WWE to allow him to stay. Because that was fucking tough what I saw on was it Wednesday? Well, a couple of days ago on Twitter. That was hard to watch. Him balling like that. Really fucking hard to watch. As for Gallows and Anderson, somebody's taking blame for that, and that will be AJ Styles. Because if you saw his Mixer stream, yes, you're probably thinking to yourself, wait, AJ Styles streams on Mixer? Yes, he does. And he's actually fucking good. Yes, the phenomenal one is a stream on Mixer. Mixer.com/Styles Clash. I believe it is. Don't worry, AJ, you get that for free, dude. You don't have to pay me for anything. And you're welcome. But apparently, he didn't take too kindly to it. And he even said himself he's at his wit's end with it. You know, the whole thing is getting out of fucking control. And he's at his wit's end with it, and he's at the point of fucking breaking things and just smashing things up. And what I found really hard was what he said. Because he said that he takes blame for what happened. He takes blame for the firing of or the sacking of what's his name? He takes blame for the sacking of Gallows and Anderson. I mean, I can understand him to a point, him saying that, because I can understand him to a point, him saying that, because he thinks he didn't stick up for them a bit more. He didn't go to bat for them a little bit more, which is understandable. But at the end of the day, AJ, it's not your fault. Nobody's to blame for the firings of WWE talent or whatever it is. It's Corona all day long. Corona is to blame. I mean, it's like with me. Hopefully, they come back to work. They get their jobs back. Hopefully. You know, because it's like a free loot. I mean, I got free loot from my job. All right, it's not as big as WWE, but I got free loot from my job. Like I said, was it the back end of March? They free looted me because they didn't know what the fuck was going to happen, which was fine. But they paid me. They sent me my P60, and which I usually get at the end of the season anyway. And they paid me from April 3rd onwards, because from April 3rd onwards, pretty much over that weekend and that week, going into their new week in general, I was getting my money. I was getting pay slips in my emails. I haven't touched my money, and I'm not going to be touching it unless the time I've touched it, if I need it, like a tenner or such, so I can get Coke or other odds and ends. I'm talking game wise, or big things. I'm not going to be touching it until the end of the month, at least. I'm giving it some chance. I might not be touching it all next month. I'm trying to stay away from. I'm trying to stay away. I might get 20 quid out and just go and do the fucking petrol thing, but I'm trying to stay away from all the petrol stuff, the petrol side of it, and getting petrol, because this coronavirus, that's where potentially it could happen as well, getting in there, unless you're wearing gloves. And I don't want to wear fucking gloves going into that petrol, man. It's hard enough getting the fucking petrol. It's hard enough putting the petrol in the damn car to begin with, especially with me, because my car takes diesel. And it's hard enough getting the fucking thing out and putting it in there to begin with. It'll be a fucking nightmare with gloves. I'll tell you that right now. I mean, I'd rather wash my hands and then do it, but, you know, it is what it is. Yeah. The whole thing is corona. So you're watching this on YouTube right now. If I find the link, this will be up there tomorrow. If I find the link to this, this will be on the Mixer channel, but I'll put this on the YouTube channel, the Wrestling Matters YouTube channel, and I'll put the link in the description on there as well. I'll put it up on my Facebook page as well, if you want to see the full promo, if you can call it a promo, of AJ Styles not being too happy with WWE. He doesn't seem to be happy that WWE fired his boys, Gallows and Anderson. And quite frankly, I'm not happy with him. But WWE, to be fair, until they started putting them two back together with AJ, didn't really use it, Gallows and Anderson, like they should have done. I mean, these guys should have fucking dominated their tag team division, or what was left of the tag team division. Because, let's face it, the tag team division is not all a ball of fruits and nuts, is it really? But they should have done something with them. And when I say done something with them, I mean they should have probably had them dominate the tag team division. I don't know why they don't take the fucking tag belts and combine them and just have one tag team champion for both shows. Man. Yes, NXT's NXT, but keep the, Raw and SmackDown titles, combine them together and have on them both shows. It's just fucking ridiculous. If I'm honest, because the tag team division's the shits anyway in WWE. AEW's improving and showing you how tag team is. But let's face it, to be honest, start to finish, it's never been one about tag teams, is it really? Well, especially in WWE. So, yeah, I mean, the whole thing's crazy at the end of the day. And I really, 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 really hope that these guys get their jobs back. Or if they can't get their jobs back in WWE, I really hope some of them go to AEW. And AEW pick them up. I really hope AEW pick up Gallows and Anderson, because I think they'd be a perfect fit in there. Revival got released. I think they're going to be in there. I think they're going to AEW. I think they'll be in AEW, because the differences between, like I said, the differences between AEW and WWE, at least they give a fuck about their tag division. And I'm talking AEW on that. At least they give a fuck about their tag division. Because WWE seem to don't. WWE do not. And the whole thing's a fucking crazy clusterfuck to begin with anyway. But in any event, the whole thing is Corona. It's all Corona. Corona's fucking everything up. Pretty much. As far as AEW is concerned, AEW this past week, Dynamite. Everybody's claiming that it was the worst show they've done since October, since this whole fucking thing started. I think that's a bit harsh, myself, considering what they had to work with. I think the set out of the whole thing was wrong, in my opinion. I think the set out of the whole show was wrong, in my opinion. Don't get me wrong. The No Holds Barred fight with Jake Hager, Jack Swagger, and Moxley. That was a fight. That was a good fight. In my opinion. I really enjoyed that. A little bit predictable in some of the stuff as well. And Cole Cabana getting fucking destroyed at the beginning of the match by Lance Archer. Because like I said, guys, don't fucking, at me. But I'll tell you this. If you don't think that it's going to be Lance Archer and Cody Rhodes in the final, you're a fucking idiot. It's there. It's on a plate for them. Darby Allin will beat Sammy Guevara. Because Sammy Guevara was sending messages to Darby. Darby will probably beat him. And then fight Cody Rhodes based off what happened a couple of weeks ago when Darby dropped Cody. So it'll probably be Cody and Darby. I'll be surprised if it's not. Either way, whether it's Cody or Darby or Cody and Sammy Guevara, Cody's winning it anyway. So either way, it doesn't make any difference. And Lance will beat probably Kip Sabian or Dustin Rhodes. And then it'll be Lance Archer, Cody Rhodes in the final of the TV belt, of the TNT title tournament. And I'll probably put 3 guesses on it right now that Cody will win. And then it'll build into a feud between them two going off. Not that it was already a feud to begin with all this Jake the Snake Roberts thing, but either way, one of them's winning the title. I think Lance should win it and have Cody go after it. It wouldn't surprise me if Cody came up with this belt himself. If I'm honest with you. It wouldn't surprise me if Cody came up with a belt himself. I'm just saying. It wouldn't surprise me. Because the last time I checked, Cody did not, and this is the last time I checked, Cody can't compete for the World Championship. Even though he's close to the rankings, from what I'm hearing and seeing. Apparently he's close to the rankings, or being the number 1 contender. But apparently he can't compete for the belt. Because he had that match with Jericho, and the stipulation was if Cody lost, which he did, you no longer compete for the belt. Now, I don't know if that's been revoked since Jericho's no longer the champion, but maybe that was just for when Jericho was the champion. I don't know. Like I say, anything could happen in the world of wrestling at the moment. But yeah, it's going to be Lance Archer and Cody Rhodes in the final, so don't expect much out of that. As for Raw and SmackDown, I don't know what the fuck SmackDown was this week. The highlight of that match for me, or the highlight of them shows for me, were the fact that New Day once again SmackDown Tag Team Champions, because part 1 of the Triple Threat match was at WrestleMania. They had part 2, and Big E won it. Much to the dismay and the misery of one Corey Graves. You fucking mug. Absolute mug. Anyway, Strowman getting mind gamed by Bray Wyatt and a moment with the Bliss. Mixed tag match down the road between Otis, Mandy Rose, Dolph Ziggler, and Sonya Deville as well. That's coming. You know that's coming after what happened on SmackDown. You know, Sonya Deville cocking Mandy Rose, if you will. So you know that's coming either way. Yes. I suppose it's hard to do something with what you're working with, but damn, dude. Yes, Seth Rollins and Drew McIntyre are going to be fighting for the belt at Money in the Bank. Whoop-de-doo. And apparently because of what happened at WrestleMania involving Undertaker and AJ Styles, it seems that it's going to be a cinematic Money in the Bank match. The corporate way. Apparently they have to fight at the corporate headquarters, and then there's going to be a ring on the roof with the ladder in the middle of it and the briefcase hanging above. Fucking hell. I mean, don't get me wrong, the cinematic match at WrestleMania with the Boneyard, and yes, for some strange unknown reason, the Firefly Funhouse match even worked as well, even though it's still the most craziest fucking thing I've ever seen in all my years of watching wrestling. But apparently that's going to be the case, so we'll see what happens anyway. Yeah, we'll see what happens. I believe Raw is improving, or was improving. Whether it's going to go now the whole 40% of with the whole firings and everything. I generally hope WWE can bounce back from this, but WWE's been hit hard with this whole coronavirus. And it's not just WWE, other businesses and firms as well. I would imagine AEW will be next as well with this whole thing, firing people. Yeah, but WWE's been hit very hard with this. Very hard. Where does that leave? I mean, most of the roster has been fired. A lot of them are stuck on the other side of the world. Rhea Ripley apparently was being back in Australia, but apparently she's still in America as well, from what I'm hearing. That's crazy. There's a lot of stuff that's going down, and it's just fucking crazy. I mean, even NXT was good this week. I mean, the highlight of NXT this week was somebody attacking Tommaso Ciampa, which turned out to be Killer Cross. Or Caden Cross, I believe it is his new name now. So, I don't know. I mean, AEW and WWE are now essential business, or become an essential business. I find that hard to believe. I mean, a lot of people saying that regarding WWE, but a lot of people saying that. A lot of people were saying that WWE bribed the Orlando people, the Florida people, just so they could be essential business. Because there was money given to them. That's what I read anyway. But yeah, Corona's crazy, man. It really is. And I'm going to wrap it up here, guys. That's it. It was a short podcast. That was the main talking point anyway of this podcast or this week. Because besides all the other news and everything, 40% of talent, man, of the roster of WWE is out. And plus, there's, like I say, it's continued on. Like I say, Cassius Ohno hit the bricks yesterday as well. So, it's just all crazy, man. And like I said many, many times, guys, please stay safe. Please stay safe. Don't do anything stupid. And we're on the verge of, you know, it's pretty much now a 3-week extension now in the UK. So it's coming towards an end. The lockdown's going to be ending soon. We can't go on for this for much longer. Apparently our beloved Prime Minister has been telling porky pies, which is nothing new because how do you know a politician lies? The minute they speak. So it's nothing new to me. So yeah, like I say, guys, just stay indoors. I mean, if you're a gamer, get yourself streaming. Big thank you to everybody who's followed me on Mixer, by the way. I am at 1622 as I'm doing this. I'm losing the odd one, but it doesn't matter. I'm getting involved. I'm trying to do the best I can and everything. I did this to make up for yesterday on Mixer because I pretty much had a freaking kick-ass week because I made 1600 this past week on Mixer as well with a little help from Rifle LP as well. As a matter of fact, he played a big part in it, and I can't thank the guy enough for what he's done. Hopefully, I can get there again like that, but we'll see. Like I say, I'm pretty much nearly halfway through. I'm coming towards halfway through anyway because I'm on 1622, and I know that's going to go up slowly, but it's going to go up. So I'm positive and I'm happy with the way things are going on this Mixer channel. I will be back tomorrow on this Mixer channel. If you're watching this on Mixer, if you're watching this on YouTube.com, please like, share, subscribe. I will be, like I say, I'm trying to incorporate the podcast into my schedule. I don't know how I can do it, but it might have to be on a regular basis. I might have to go back to recording it. I just streaming it here and now on the channel. I don't know. I want to come back. I want to go back to the podcast, but like I say, Corona's fucking everything up, pretty much, and I'm fucking myself up because I'm taking many L's because I don't know what day to put on. That's the thing. I've got so much going down on my Mixer channel at the moment. It's crazy. So yeah, I'll be back tomorrow with another stream. I only did this today to make up for yesterday. What I'm doing tomorrow here on the Mixer channel, I have no fucking clue. I might go on Forza. To be honest with you, Forza Horizon 4. I might just download that and come in there as well. As soon as I get my shit together and everything, I might be back on DayZ as well. I've just joined a server that allows me to play DayZ, you know, without any fucking issues or anything, and get the help like on Ark. So I could be back on that as well. So I'm probably going to be back on that as well a lot. It's a lot different to Ark, DayZ, but you know, it's a survival game. So I'll probably get there in the end. And I will be back on Ark as well. I've been on Ark for a while at the moment, for a couple of days. But I hope to be back on that probably tomorrow. Offline, I might work on that offline. I've been playing a lot of GTA as well. So it's going to be a lot of GTA. Like I say, WWE, 2K20. As I'm doing this right now, guys, I am literally booking the fucking show for Tuesday. As I'm doing this right now to my left. I'm literally booking the show for Wednesday, all coming down to Feel the Heat on May 21st, guys. May 21st, Feel the Heat will take place. So this coming Tuesday and Thursday, it's GMW, MCW. Red Dead Redemption's back on Wednesday as well. And I might be doing a little stream here and there. Look out for bonus streams. I might be back with Rifle doing Sea of Thieves again. Probably am. Yeah, we'll see what happens, guys. I hope to work with other people as well. I'm trying to get something set up with the fog. I've left what I want and everything and the play dates on their Discord, so it's up to them now. So I put my end of the deal in. It's now up to them. So I hope to be working with some new people as well on this channel. I kind of want to work with Queenie too. But we'll have to arrange something with that as well, because I've worked with Rifle. I want to work with Queenie too. So we'll see what happens. But I'm mixing with people on this channel. Mixer, no pun intended. But I'm mixing with people and trying to get everything best I can to this channel as well. But stay tuned, guys. There's a lot to come on this channel. If you're watching this on the YouTube channel and you want to be a part of this and you want to see me stream these things live and everything, and even the podcast here and there as well, mixer.com/games matter. You're more than welcome to come over and join as well. This short podcast will be going up tomorrow as I'm doing this. It's a Sunday night, so you'll get this on the Monday, and then it'll be on the Facebook page at some point as well. I don't know when, but it'll be on the Facebook page anyway. But that's all that was going down in the wrestling business today, guys, in this wrestling world. The Black Wednesday, WWE and Corona. Corona's fucking everything up, guys. Enjoy the rest of your day. I'll see you when I see you. Peace.